Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something. How many times have you set a goal, got excited about it, and then somewhere along the way, life got in the way? Maybe you got distracted, maybe you lost motivation, or maybe someone told you it wasn't possible, and you started believing them. Sound familiar? See, the reason most people never reach their goals isn't because they aren't smart enough or talented enough. It's because they don't stay focused long enough to make it happen. They start strong, but then distractions, doubts, and setbacks pull them away. Before they know it, they've lost sight of what they were working toward. But here's the truth. If you don't stay focused on your goal, you'll never get there. Success doesn't come to people who dabble. It doesn't come to people who let every little distraction pull them off course. It comes to those who lock in, tune out the noise, and refuse to give up no matter what. So today, I'm going to tell you exactly how to focus on your goals and make them happen. I'm going to show you how to block out distractions, stay committed, and keep pushing even when things get tough. And I promise you this, if you take this message to heart, you will see a difference in your life. You will start moving toward your dreams with more clarity, more energy, and more confidence. If you don't have a target, you can't hit anything. That's just common sense, right? Imagine walking into a room blindfolded and someone hands you a bow and arrow and says, hit the target. What target? You don't even know where it is. That's exactly what life is like when you don't have clear goals. You're just moving around, hoping you'll land somewhere good, but you have no direction, no plan, no focus, and that's why so many people feel stuck. Success doesn't happen by accident. It happens when you know exactly what you want and you go after it. If you don't know what you're aiming for, you're just wasting time, energy, and opportunities. Too many people go through life without a clear goal. They wake up, go to work, come home, watch TV, scroll through their phone, and then do it all over again the next day. Years go by and they wonder why they haven't made progress. It's not because they aren't capable, it's because they never set a real target for themselves. You have to ask yourself, what do I really want? Not what your parents want for you, not what society expects from you. What do you want? What's that thing that excites you, that gets your heart racing, that makes you dream bigger? That's your target. That's the thing you need to focus on. Once you figure that out, you stop wasting time on things that don't matter. You stop saying yes to every little distraction because you realize it's pulling you away from what you're really after. Clarity is power. The more specific you are about your goal, the easier it is to focus on it. Saying I want to be successful is too vague. What does success look like to you? Do you want to start a business? Do you want to be financially free? Do you want to become a doctor, a musician, an author? The clearer you are, the easier it is to take action. A person who says, I want to lose weight might struggle because they don't have a specific goal. But a person who says, I want to lose 20 pounds in the next 6 months by working out 3 times a week and eating healthier has a clear target. And when you have a clear target, you can create a clear plan. A goal without a plan is just a wish. You can't just say you want something and expect it to happen. You have to break it down into steps. If your goal is to start a business, what's the first step? Researching your industry, saving up some money, finding a mentor. If your goal is to become an author, what's the first step? Writing a chapter a day, taking a writing course, reaching out to publishers. The key is to break it down into small, manageable steps and then commit to taking action every single day. Another important thing, write your goals down. Don't just keep them in your head. Studies have shown that people who write down their goals are way more likely to achieve them. When you write them down, it becomes real. It's no longer just a thought, it's a commitment. And don't just write it once and forget about it. Keep it where you can see it. Put it on your phone, your mirror, your desk, anywhere that will remind you every day what you're working toward. Now, let's talk about what happens when you don't set a goal. If you don't decide what you want, life will decide for you. You'll just go wherever the wind blows. You'll fall into routines that don't fulfill you. You'll look back years later and wonder why you never made the moves you wanted to make. But when you set a clear goal and focus on it, everything changes. You start seeing opportunities you never noticed before. You start making choices that align with your vision. You start moving with purpose. So if you're feeling stuck, if you feel like you're just drifting through life, it's time to stop and ask yourself, what am I aiming for? What do I want? Once you answer that, everything else becomes easier. Your decisions become clear. Your actions become intentional. You stop wasting time on things that don't serve you because you know exactly where you're headed. Remember, you can't hit a target if you don't have one. Define your goal. Get clear about what you want and then go after it with everything you've got. Because once you lock in on a goal and refuse to quit, success is just a matter of time. Distractions are everywhere. They are on your phone, in your social circle, on your television, and even in your own mind. And if you don't learn how to control them, they will control you. The biggest reason people don't reach their goals isn't because they lack talent, intelligence, or resources. It's because they allow distractions to steal their focus. Think about it. How many times have you sat down to work on something important only to find yourself scrolling through social media an hour later? How often do you say, I'll start tomorrow, but tomorrow never comes? Distractions don't always come in the form of big interruptions. Sometimes they're the little things that slowly pull you away from your goals without you even realizing it. And before you know it, months or even years have passed and you're still in the same place, wondering why you haven't made progress. Success doesn't come to those who get sidetracked by every little thing. It comes to those who learn how to shut out the noise and focus. The people who achieve their goals aren't the ones with the most talent or luck. They're the ones who stay locked in on their vision, no matter what's happening around them. They don't let unnecessary drama, social media, or other people's opinions take them off course. They understand that every time they give in to distractions, they're pushing their success further away. If you want to reach your goals, you have to start asking yourself one simple question before doing anything. Is this helping me move forward? If the answer is no, then it's a distraction. That doesn't mean you can't relax, have fun, or enjoy life. It just means you have to be mindful of where your time and energy are going. Every successful person has the same 24 hours in a day. The difference is how they use them. Let's be real, most distractions don't add any real value to your life. Scrolling through social media for hours, that's not making you better. Watching TV for the third hour in a row, that's not helping you build your future. Gossiping about things that don't matter, that's not bringing you closer to your dreams. You have to start treating your time like the valuable resource it is, because once it's gone, you don't get it back. One of the biggest distractions people face is the fear of missing out. You see other people going out, having fun, and you feel like you're missing something if you don't join in. But here's the truth. Sacrificing short-term fun for long-term success is what separates winners from everyone else. There will always be another party, another event, another weekend to relax. But your goals, they require your attention now. You can either keep wasting time or you can get serious about what you want. Another major distraction is negative people. Some people in your life are not helping you, they're holding you back. They don't believe in your goals, they don't support your dreams, and they constantly fill your mind with doubt. If you keep surrounding yourself with people who don't share your vision, you'll start to lose focus, you'll start doubting yourself, and before you know it, you'll be playing small just to fit in with them. You have to make a decision. Do you want to be liked or do you want to be successful? Sometimes success means distancing yourself from people who don't push you to be better. If you're serious about focusing on your goals, you need to create a plan to eliminate distractions. Start by setting clear priorities. Know what matters most and schedule your time accordingly. Create a daily routine that keeps you productive. Set boundaries with people who constantly pull you away from your goals. If you know social media is a distraction, limit your time on it. If you know certain habits are slowing you down, change them. The key is to take control of your focus instead of letting distractions take control of you. Most people don't fail because they lack potential. They fail because they lack focus. They let distractions take them off track, and before they know it, they've lost momentum. Don't let that be you. Make a decision today that you will protect your focus at all costs. Your goals are too important to be put on hold for things that don't matter. The world is full of distractions, but you have a choice. You can either let them pull you away from your dreams, or you can stay locked in and refuse to be stopped. The people who make it in life are the ones who learn how to tune out the noise and stay committed to their vision. Be one of those people. Stay focused, stay disciplined, and keep moving forward. Because when you eliminate distractions and give your full attention to your goals, success isn't just possible, it's inevitable. Failure is not the end. In fact, it's one of the most important parts of success. But too many people let failure stop them in their tracks. The moment they hit an obstacle, they think, maybe this isn't for me. The moment they face rejection, they start believing they're not good enough. And that's exactly why most people never reach their goals, not because they don't have talent or potential, but because they give up too soon. If you're serious about achieving your goals, you have to change how you see failure. Failure is not a sign that you should quit, it's a lesson. Every time you fail, you learn something valuable. You learn what doesn't work. You learn how to adjust. You learn how to improve. The most successful people in the world have failed more times than most people have even tried. The difference is they didn't let failure define them. They didn't see it as the end. They saw it as part of the journey. Think about a baby learning to walk. When they take their first steps and fall, do they give up? No, they get back up and try again. And they keep trying over and over until one day they're running. That's how success works. You're going to stumble, you're going to fall, you're going to have moments where you feel like giving up, but if you keep getting back up, eventually you'll get to where you want to be. Most people fear failure because they think it means they're not good enough. But failure doesn't mean you're not good enough. It means you growing. It means you pushing yourself. It means you stepping outside of your comfort zone and trying something new. And that's a good thing. The only way you truly fail is if you stop trying. Some of the most successful people in history faced massive failures before they made it. Thomas Edison failed over 1,000 times before he created the light bulb. Imagine if he had quit after his first few failures. We'd all still be sitting in the dark. Oprah Winfrey was fired from her first TV job. Walt Disney was told he lacked creativity. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team, but they all had one thing in common. They didn't let failure stop them. They used it as fuel to keep going. Every time you fail, you have two choices. You can let it break you, or you can let it build you. You can let it discourage you, or you can let it motivate you. The people who succeed are the ones who learn from their failures, adjust their approach, and keep pushing forward. They don't see failure as a dead end. They see it as a stepping stone. One of the biggest mistakes people make is letting their failures define them. They fail at something, and instead of saying, that didn't work, they say, I'm a failure. No, you're not. You just haven't figured it out yet. The most successful people in the world aren't the ones who never fail. They're the ones who never quit. If you're working toward your goal and you experience failure, congratulations, that means you're in the game. That means you're trying. That means you're making progress. The only people who never fail are the ones who never try anything new, and guess what? They never succeed either. So what should you do when you fail? First, take a step back and learn from it. Ask yourself, what went wrong? What could I do differently next time? Every failure has a lesson in it, but you have to be willing to look for it. Second, remind yourself that failure is temporary. Just because you fail today doesn't mean you'll fail tomorrow. Keep pushing, keep improving, and keep moving forward. And finally, never let failure shake your belief in yourself. Just because something didn't work out the way you planned doesn't mean you're not capable. It just means you need to adjust your strategy and try again. You are more powerful than you realize, and as long as you don't quit, you will find a way to succeed. Success is not about avoiding failure, it's about pushing through it. Every time you fail, you're getting one step closer to your goal. So don't fear failure, embrace it, learn from it, use it as fuel, and whatever you do, don't give up, because the moment you refuse to quit, success is already on its way to you. Your mind is the most powerful tool you have. It can push you towards success, or it can hold you back in fear and doubt. The way you think about yourself, your abilities, and your future will determine how far you go in life. If you believe you can achieve something, you'll find a way to make it happen. But if you constantly tell yourself it's impossible, you've already lost the battle before you even start. The problem is that most people don't control their thoughts. They let their thoughts control them. They allow negative beliefs to take over, and those beliefs shape their actions. They think, I'm not smart enough, so they don't even try. They think, I'll never be successful, so they settle for less. They think, I don't deserve better, so they stay stuck in the same place. But here's the truth. Your thoughts are not facts. Just because you think something doesn't mean it's true. If you want to achieve your goals, you have to start training your mind for success. That means replacing every negative thought with a positive one. It means believing in yourself even when nobody else does. It means speaking life into your dreams instead of talking yourself out of them. The most successful people in the world didn't get there by doubting themselves. They got there because they had unshakable belief in what they could accomplish. Imagine two people trying to climb a mountain. One of them keeps saying, I can't do this, too hard, I'll never make it. The other one says, this is tough, but I'll find a way. I'm getting closer with every step. Who do you think is going to make it to the top? It's not the person with the most strength or talent. It's the person with the right mindset. Because when you believe in yourself, you keep going. And when you keep going, success is only a matter of time. Your thoughts shape your actions, and your actions shape your results. If you want different results in your life, you have to start thinking differently. Instead of saying, I can't, start saying, how can I? Instead of saying, this is impossible, say, I'll figure it out. Instead of saying, I'm not good enough, say, I'm becoming better every day. Your mind will believe whatever you tell it. So start telling it something powerful. One of the biggest obstacles people face is self-doubt. They look at others who have achieved success and think they must be special. I could never do that. But guess what? Every successful person started exactly where you are. They weren't born with all the answers. They didn't have everything figured out. The only difference between them and the people who never succeed is that they refuse to let self-doubt stop them. If you keep telling yourself you're not good enough, you're going to prove yourself right. But if you start telling yourself that you are capable, that you are strong, that you are meant for more, you'll start acting like it. You'll start taking the steps necessary to change your life. The world will try to tell you that you can't do it. People will doubt you. Challenges will test you. But the only opinion that truly matters is your own. If you believe in yourself, nothing can stop you. The key is to be intentional about what you feed your mind. If you constantly listen to negativity, you're going to develop a negative mindset. If you surround yourself with people who doubt you, their doubts will become your own. But if you fill your mind with positive, uplifting messages, your confidence will grow. Read books that inspire you. Listen to people who push you to be better. Speak words that strengthen your belief in yourself. Your mind is like a garden. Whatever you plant in it will grow. If you plant seeds of doubt, you'll grow fear. If you plant seeds of confidence, you'll grow success. You have to train your mind like an athlete trains their body. You don't build strength by lifting weights once. You build strength by doing it consistently. The same goes for your mindset. You have to wake up every day and remind yourself that you are capable. You have to shut down every negative thought before it takes root. You have to replace every I can't with I will. Your thoughts are powerful. They can build you up or they can tear you down. The choice is yours. But if you choose to believe in yourself, if you choose to see every challenge as an opportunity, if you choose to think like a winner, nothing can stand in your way. Success doesn't start with talent, luck, or connections. It starts in your mind. So train it, strengthen it, and watch how your life changes when you finally believe that you are unstoppable. Discipline is the bridge between dreams and success. Everyone has goals, but not everyone is willing to put in the work every single day to achieve them. That's the difference between people who succeed and those who don't. It's not talent, it's not luck, it's discipline. Discipline is doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like doing it. It's waking up early to grind when your body wants to stay in bed. It's putting in the effort when no one is watching, no one is applauding, and no one is there to push you. It's about showing up for yourself over and over again until you get what you're working for. Most people start strong when they chase a goal. They're excited, motivated, and ready to give it everything they've got. But what happens when that motivation fades? What happens when the excitement wears off and the hard work kicks in? That's where most people quit. They say, I'll do it tomorrow, and then tomorrow turns into next week, next month, next year. Before they know it, they're in the same place, wondering why they never achieved their dreams. That's why discipline is more important than motivation. Motivation comes and goes. It's easy to feel motivated when things are going well. But discipline is what keeps you moving forward when you don't feel like it. It's what separates the people who make it from the people who don't. You can't rely on motivation alone to get you to the finish line. You have to build the habit of discipline so that even on your worst days, you're still putting in the work. Think about a professional athlete. They don't just train when they feel like it. They train every single day, rain or shine, whether they're tired, sore, or unmotivated. Why? Because they know that consistency is the key to success. If they waited for motivation to hit, they'd never make it to the top. The same goes for you. You have to treat your goals like a professional treats their craft. Show up, put in the work, and stay consistent no matter what. Discipline is also about making sacrifices. You have to give up temporary comfort for long-term success. That means turning off the TV and working on your dream. That means skipping the party so you can wake up early and be productive. That means saying no to distractions and yes to opportunities that will take you closer to your goals. Success requires sacrifices, and if you're not willing to make them, you'll never get where you want to be. The truth is, discipline is not easy. If it were, everyone would be successful. It takes mental toughness to stay committed when things get hard. It takes resilience to keep going when you don't see immediate results. But if you can master discipline, you can accomplish anything. Discipline is what makes the impossible possible. It's what turns dreams into reality. It's what turns an average person into a great one. One of the best ways to build discipline is to create a routine and stick to it. Set clear goals, break them down into daily tasks, and hold yourself accountable. Stop making excuses. Stop waiting for the right time. Stop hoping for things to magically change. Take control of your actions and do what needs to be done every single day. It doesn't matter how small the step is, as long as you keep moving forward. Another important part of discipline is self-control. You have to learn to say no to things that don't align with your goals. No to procrastination. No to bad habits. No to anything that slows you down. Every choice you make is either bringing you closer to success or pulling you further away from it. The question is, which direction are you choosing? You also have to understand that discipline is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. The first few weeks of waking up early, working harder, and staying consistent might be tough. But if you push through, it becomes a habit. It becomes second nature. The things that once felt difficult will start to feel normal. And that's when you know you're on the right path. Most people don't fail because they lack talent or opportunity. They fail because they lack discipline. They quit when things get hard. They make excuses instead of taking action. They let distractions control them instead of taking control of their own lives. But if you commit to discipline, if you make the decision to push through the challenges, you will achieve things that most people only dream about. Discipline is the foundation of success. It's not about being the smartest, the fastest, or the most talented. It's about being the most consistent, the most determined, the most committed. Success isn't given to the person who wants it the most. It's given to the person who is willing to work for it every single day, no matter what. Be that person. Develop discipline. Stay focused. Stay consistent. And watch how your life changes. Success doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, effort, and patience to achieve your goals. The problem is most people expect instant results. They put in a little bit of work, and when they don't see progress right away, they get frustrated and quit. But that's not how success works. Anything worth having takes time. You have to be willing to play the long game. You have to trust the process, even when it feels like nothing is happening. Think about a tree. When you plant a seed, you don't see anything for a while. You water it, you take care of it, but there's no visible progress. That doesn't mean it's not growing. Underground, the roots are spreading, the foundation is getting stronger, and one day when the time is right, the tree breaks through the soil. Success works the same way. Just because you don't see immediate results doesn't mean you're not making progress. Every day you put in the work, you're building something, whether you can see it or not. The problem is people give up too soon. They quit right before their breakthrough. They stop watering their dream just because they don't see results fast enough. But success doesn't come to those who start strong. It comes to those who keep going. You have to be patient. You have to trust that the work you're putting in today will pay off tomorrow. One of the hardest things about chasing a goal is staying committed when you don't see results. It's easy to keep going when you're making progress. But what about when things slow down? What about when you hit obstacles? What about when you feel stuck? That's when most people quit. But the truth is, the struggle is part of the process. Every setback, every failure, every delay is preparing you for what's coming next. You're learning, growing, and getting stronger. Patience isn't just about waiting, it's about how you wait. Some people sit around hoping things will happen. Others stay focused, keep working, and trust that their time will come. You have to be the second type. Keep moving, keep learning, and keep improving while you wait for your breakthrough. Look at anyone who has ever been successful. They didn't make it overnight. They spent years grinding, failing, learning, and adjusting, but they didn't quit. They didn't let delays discourage them. They didn't let obstacles stop them. They stayed patient, trusted the process, and eventually they got what they were working for. It's important to understand that patience doesn't mean sitting still. It means working hard every day, even when you don't see progress. It means staying focused, even when it feels like nothing is happening. It means believing in yourself, even when the results haven't shown up yet. Success is a long journey, and if you're not willing to be patient, you'll never reach the finish line. A lot of people think they're failing just because things aren't happening as fast as they want. But slow progress is still progress. Every small step you take is bringing you closer to your goal. Every challenge you overcome is making you stronger. You might not be where you want to be yet, but as long as you keep going, you'll get there. Another key part of patience is knowing that setbacks are part of the journey. You will face challenges. You will experience failure, but none of that means you should quit. Every successful person has failed more times than they can count. The difference is they didn't let failure stop them. They used it as a lesson, adjusted their approach, and kept moving forward. Success requires patience, because anything that comes easy won't last. If you get something without working for it, you won't value it. But when you've put in the time, the effort, and the sacrifice, you'll appreciate it more. You'll understand what it took to get there, and you'll be able to maintain it. The world we live in today makes patience harder. Everyone wants instant gratification. They want fast money, fast results, fast success. But real success doesn't work like that. It takes time to build something great. It takes time to master your craft. It takes time to reach your full potential. If you're willing to be patient, if you're willing to put in the work without expecting overnight success, you'll achieve things most people only dream about. So don't rush the process. Stay consistent, keep learning, and trust that your time is coming. Every step you take is leading you somewhere. Keep going, stay patient, and one day you'll look back and realize that every struggle, every delay, and every challenge was just part of the journey to success.